we're back in the same t-shirts.
Yes.
Same clothing.
It's not like we recorded it.
Not like we bulk record or anything.
Yeah, it's been like, what, 2 weeks?
Yeah, it's been something like 2 weeks. Probably not. So this video will be about how we got into comic books. And I think why we love them. Or that could be another video. But this is how we got into comics. I will give the floor to Chris.
Thank you, Omar. Alright, so, as you know, I'm into comic books and I'm into geeky culture and all that good stuff. You tell me anything geeky and I'll tell you I love it. I'm serious. But let's talk about comic books for this video. When I was like 5, my mom took us to Target, me and my brother. And then I went to the books because I used to always want to read books and stuff. Even though I couldn't really read that well at the time. I saw this like graphic novel of Ultimate Spider-Man by Brian Michael Bendis. And then I was just like, I want to read this. So I asked my mom if I can get this. And she bought me that graphic novel. And I wasn't able to read it that well. I was 5 at the time. But I was amazed by the artwork. I was amazed by and then finally when I grew older, I was able to read it. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. This is like the coolest thing ever. So like at that time, I was amazed by how you can do something so artistic, such as giving such beautiful artwork and then at the same time such beautiful storytelling. And I think that's what really got me into comic books. Okay, what about you, man?
I don't know what issue it was. I remember, I've always been into geeky shit my entire life. Watched the Justice League cartoon, watched a whole shitload of comic book cartoons, Justice League, Batman, all that. Batman Beyond is probably my favorite. Yeah. But comics in general. I was having a garage sale at my aunt's house, and she had these large Hulk books. Which is funny because I'm more of a DC fan than Marvel, but I guess when I first got into it was I would be just flipping through the panels. I didn't really read the words because at the time I was like 7 or 8. I didn't really read. I was just looking at the pretty pictures, and it was fucking huge. It was like this thick of a Hulk book, and a couple panels that strike me as visually appealing was this is straight out of memory. It was Bruce Banner, of course. He was by the railroad tracks, and he was turning into the Hulk, and you could feel the skin, you could see the skin ripping out, and you could see the green screen coming out. He just got bigger and bigger, and after he was done, he just ripped off his old skin and put it on the ground, and that's all I remember really, and that's what really got me into it. I was just like, holy shit, this is fucking badass. But other than that, that's what got me into it visually. But what got me into reading, me reading a fucking book, was, I guess, Watchmen. At the time the movie was coming out, I was, I didn't really read comics. I was just like, oh yeah, that movie looks cool. Batman Begins was good, Superman was good, but I didn't really read it. I didn't start reading comics until 7th, 8th grade, and the first book I read was Watchmen. And the first day I read it all the way up to chapter 7. And I started 10 in the morning. I didn't stop reading it till 7 o'clock at night. I just went all day with it. And yeah, that's what got me into comics, bro. Watchmen was fucking badass.
Yeah, I think our generation actually had it easier than earlier generations because we grew up we're 90s babies, obviously, and then we had such a big comic book boom at that time in the 90s for cartoon wise.
Yeah, cartoon wise.
Yeah, we had X-Men, Spider-Man, Batman, Superman. And then
the Justice
Batman
League
Beyond. And then as we grew older in the 2000s, superhero movies became a thing. Spider-Man,
X-Men,
Blade,
Spider-Man.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
And then I think that's what helped us get me more into comic books as well too. I remember my dad recording with a VCR recorder on Fox Kids. You remember that channel?
Yeah.
He would record Spider-Man. He would record X-Men, and then Power Rangers, of course. And then we'll get into that. We're getting to Power Rangers. Don't worry about that. And then I remember watching Spider-Man for the first time. I was just amazed by how something that was written in the 60s can be portrayed like this on the big screen. I still love Spider-Man, the original one by Sam Raimi. I hold that film right here because that's where it's at. That's where it's at. And I think like I don't know. I think like I think I've been spoiled with comic books.
What do you mean?
I've been spoiled with like the influences it has had over my life. I didn't look up. I looked up to these characters all my life since I was a baby.
Mm-hmm.
I had Spider-Man underwear for God's sakes.
Nice.
Yeah. You know what shows I'm talking about, right?
I'm pretty sure it's like the face.
Yeah. Yeah. And then like, I mean, I'm just saying like, it was just something that like I've grown up with, and like I never had like the money to buy comic books, but like once I finally got a job, and once I finally told my mom like I want to start reading comic books, she was like, yeah, I'll help you out here. I'll give you some money and you spend that however way you want. Obviously, I would do my chores and everything like that, and I would spend my chore money on comic books. And then finally it came to the time when like I just couldn't afford it anymore, and like I had to like take a big gap from it. But like now I'm back at it, and it feels good. It feels good.
It's both great, isn't it?
It is great.
I mean, there was a while where me and my brother mostly bought like most of the comics. He would buy like the trades, just trades, some graphic novels here and there. But we didn't start collecting single issues probably until the New 52. And I mean, we had gotten like some kind of like so much history had happened before the New 52, and like we didn't really know much. Like I didn't really know about Crisis on Infinite Earths, like any of that, like any of like the major events. Like I didn't really know about it. I just knew some things. And I was like, all right, well, the New 52 is a good step point into like getting into comics, and that's how I got into comics. Me and my brother I would give him. He's gonna sound like a bully, but I would give him my lunch money to buy comics. But that's how it started, and like single issues became into 3 long boxes right now, and probably like a 4th one coming soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, ever since then, it's been a long progression road of just getting into this type of shit, and it's awesome. It's amazing.
Yeah. I think more people should start reading comic books, honestly. Like, people take it for granted and say that it's like, it's childish, it's too geeky and everything. But like, yeah, we're lining up for cinemas to watch these movies. Where these movies got their inspiration from? Comic books. We wouldn't have any of this right now if it wasn't for that.
I mean, comic books mean so much to so many people. Like, people that just think like, oh, those are superheroes. They don't really mean anything. But like, these characters have been around for so many years. Like some of them, like been so around for so many years. People have wrote what they feel about in these characters. Yeah. It's important. These things are important. They've been stabilized as this is American culture. Like this is an American thing. Comic books are basically an American thing. Exactly. I guess it's becoming more of a cool thing to become geeky. It's become normal to like these superheroes. But there's a problem. People don't read comics. People have to go out and support these comic book writers and these comic book artists because
they work hard.
They work incredibly hard, and fuck, it's amazing.
They give us these stories that some people hold dear to their hearts, and some people will remember as part of American literature. I believe, you cannot tell me that Watchmen or The Killing Joke,
V for Vendetta, all of them, Alan Moore.
Mm-hmm. You cannot tell me, or try to think of something right now, real quick. Dark Knight Returns. There you go. You cannot tell me those things are not going to be classics soon.
I mean, they're already classics.
I mean, I'm talking about to other people's eyes, not just the comic book community.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I just feel like the comic book industry isn't as represented as well as it should be. Yes, we do get our comic book TV shows now. We have Arrow, we have Flash, we have Supergirl, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Punisher, all that good stuff. And we got our MCU, we got our DCEU. But the one thing is that people are not supporting this industry the way they should, and a lot of people hold this these companies dear to our hearts. Not just the companies, even indie comics too. Spawn,
Image, IDW,
Archie,
Dark Horse. You and your Archie, bro.
God, I love Archie, bro. You gotta read the new one, bro. It's dope.
He loves Archie. Mark Waid writes Archie, doesn't he?
The new one, right?
Mark Waid's an amazing writer. He should come back to DC.
No, he should keep writing Archie.
No, Mark Waid's written some of the best stuff at DC.
Mark Waid has written some of the best Archie stories. So.
Alright, fuck you.
But yeah, I think maybe this video is just not talking about just our love for comics, but just also getting people, hopefully, you viewers out there to want to go out to these your local comic book store to want to support them, to want to buy these issues, to want to know what Superman is doing right now. And right now is the best time right now. But
Oh,
all new different
yeah.
Marvel,
Yeah.
DC Rebirth. Fuck you.
It
saw that.
could be okay.
Okay.
I mean, Marvel's always doing all new different things like every fucking year.
So is DC.
That's debatable. They went like 4 years actually not doing anything without like changing shit for the New 52.
I mean, Convergence.
That was like last year. Exactly. That
Oh,
was
yeah,
last, but then like
yeah.
everything before that, everything was okay. Like there wasn't any major. Like,
Yeah, but you know the stories like that. So.
well, some of them were okay.
Yeah.
Scott Snyder, the boy.
Yeah. Anyways, the thing is just like, understand like that these industries are kind of like
important to people.
and they're important to like a lot of people, and they could be important to you if you just dive in there. If you like literature, read a comic book. If you like artwork, read a comic book.
Get your fucking kids into comics, man. Yeah. They'll thank you for it.
Exactly. Like I'm glad my dad is such a geek, because had he not been a geek, I would not know about all these wonderful things that like the comic book industry has given me. So like so like this video is basically like a thank you.
Thank you to comics.
Thank you to comics, and like
they basically made me who I am. They
made me who I am, and I wouldn't change that for any other reason.
What would Superman do? That's what I always ask.
Yeah, I always think to myself, with great power, great responsibility.
Yeah, not bad for Superman though. He would just
move around. He'd be sad.
He would be depressed.
Yeah, he'd just be like.
But what would Pre-New 52 Superman would do? What would Silver Age Superman would do? That should be the real question.
I can imagine that though.
What would Silver Age Superman do?
What would Batman vs Superman do?
What am I doing? What should I do? You fucking go and be a hero, god damn it! That's another video. We'll talk about Batman vs Superman in another video.
Yeah. We're gonna be wearing the same clothes for like 5 weeks straight.
5 weeks straight, at least.
Yeah. It's getting pretty stanky up in here.
So stanky.
Yeah. It's pretty musky.
Alright, we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at a thank you to comic books, thank you to DC, Marvel, all these comic books that have amazing stories, all these writers, all these artists.
And support your local comic book stores. Please like that wait.
Please like that like button. Make sweet love to that subscribe button, please.
Yes, let's go with that. Just caress it. Caress that.
Gently touch the mouse.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll see you next time.
Peace.
Oh yeah, I was Omar. This is Chris. Oh, wait.